Hello and welcome to the Brick Cave Media Podcast. My name is Bill Campana, poet and author of a number of different Brick Cave books. One of which is The Stones of Nellig. No, I'm kidding. I did not write that one. Corporate Boilerplate Vinegar. I did not write that one either. But anyway, joining me in addition to our special guest tonight is my co-host and fellow poet and fellow author and fellow human being, Patrick Hare.
Hi, Bill. Patrick Hare here, author of Corporate Boilerplate Vinegar from Brick Cave Books. The Brick Cave Podcast is brought to you by the BC Book Club, Brick Cave Media's community portal for readers that love Brick Cave books and authors. Also joining us both in the studio tonight. Okay. This is where the editing comes in because I know you'll just take this out.
We just went south.
And joining us both in the studio is tonight's special guest, Holly Samulcek, a.k.a. Technicolor Holly. Welcome, Holly.
Holly!
Hello, everybody.
And by the way, if you're listening, you are now listening to 3/4 of the 1998 Mesa Slam tape.
That's right.
That's right.
Information. This podcast is produced by our Slam Master.
Yes.
That very same Slam.
Right.
Nelson.
And we had a newspaper guy come and follow us all the way to Austin. And what did he do? He wrote about other people.
Yeah.
You need to tell that story.
And he got blasted. That was the other thing. He was just absolutely drunk the whole time he was there.
Good for him. So, tell everybody out there your history with poetry, Holly. How did you get into poetry and all that stuff?
Oh, boy. All right. Well, I mean, poetry in general, I wrote poetry since I was really little. I remember having a diary even when I was, like 6 years old that had poems in it. So I just always had a affinity for words and wordplay and writing and language and started writing poetry really, really young. I already had poems written when I started going to a Senza coffee house and watching the poetry slams there. And that was really the first place I ever read in front of people, whether it was open mic or for competition. And that's how I met you guys.
It was very casual to start out reading there, though, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
There's no pressure.
No, it wasn't. It was just like, hey, you want to sign up? And I was obviously nervous, but it was casual. It was supportive. Yeah, it was good.
That's what I thought about it the first time I went there. I said, my God, you just come here and relax.
Yeah, absolutely.
Till Spiro showed up.
There were some intense people, but
yeah, there were times, but when I started, it was nice like that, and you could actually, and like. Even though Bob was the host, we could trade hosting time. He would let other people host. We grew a lot of good poetry slam hosts at the Senza Coffee House.
Well, including both of you guys.
Well,
and I even think, Holly, you hosted a couple times.
I have some pictures of me hosting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We kept that. Want to talk about casual? I mean, we've had all kinds of people hosting.
Anybody can host.
Made a list.
If you can speak, you can host.
Pretty much.
Just don't screw up. Just don't demean us. Somebody demeaned us, and it's like, they're never hosting us.
So, Bill, talk about your experience at the Ghost Slam this week.
Oh my God, it was scary. It was frightening. No, it was pretty cool.
Ghosts.
It's the first time I slammed in the Valley since January of 2015. So That's 7 years. The 7-year itch.
How'd it feel?
It felt pretty good. I mean, when I got up to it's an actual stage. It's a dark rock club, the Rebel Lounge, which used to be the Mason Jar, if anybody remembers that.
Oh, okay, now I know where it is.
And the cool thing about it is that the original owner of the Mason Jar and my grandmother, his grandmother and my grandmother were friends.
Really?
So it's like, hey,
there's family.
I'm kind of destined to be here.
Did you get free drinks out of it?
No, he doesn't own it anymore. He passed away, as a matter of fact. He's not there.
All right.
I think his name was Franco. Oh my God, I can't think of his last name. Grimaldi or something like that.
I remember when they had well, bikers there for one thing. But yeah, that was interesting because they had like a chain link fence for the people that were under 21 for some shows.
Yeah.
Now you just can't get back in if you're 21.
Yeah. But it was cool because it's dark. It was packed. The audience was good, and air conditioning.
Well,
Phoenix
nice.
poets aren't always treated to air conditioning
True.
historically.
True.
It's like you want to sweat, you want to be a poet in Phoenix, sweat.
Well, they didn't have air conditioning in Austin either. They had a big fan at one
Yeah.
of those clubs.
Yeah,
That was interesting.
there's some. What the hell was the name of that place?
They had a unisex bathroom. They just had a big fan for air conditioning. Yeah.
I can't think of the name of that place.
Well, it wasn't one of the venues where we read, but it was one of the ones where we went to see.
It's named after a
People.
coffee, I think.
Yes. Well, so anybody who remembers 1998.
Well, one of them was the original Alamo Draft House in Austin.
Yeah, we saw the Slam Nation movie there, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
God. But anyway,
we were hipster before it was cool.
I mean,
you could order a potato and watch a movie. You could sit there and just
Oh
eat
my
the
gosh,
potato.
that's amazing.
And other than that, it was 15 poets, cut to 5 in round 2, and cut to 3 in round 3. And I don't know what the prize was. It's something nominal. I don't know what it was.
Did Clute make it to round 3?
No, he didn't make it to round 2.
no.
He
No,
was out.
grand prize was $50.
$50. I made it to round 2. So I was like,
Did you?
hey, that's a shock. There's a surprise. And yeah, it was fun. It was I enjoyed it. I got to do something. I can't sit at home every night and nod off by 7.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
I told somebody that, I said, this is my bedtime. How much energy do I have to expend here? I'm usually rocked out.
I already closed the country buffet, and now I'm here.
These poems are low salt. I told somebody I may need a pallbearer to get me back to my seat after I read.
Well, I'm contractually obligated to ask Holly, what were some of the poets that influenced you?
Oh,
Contractually obligated. Early on, I couldn't say there were any because of just that I was always writing. But I would say in later years, other than the fine poets that I saw every day, or not every day, but at the slams and the open mics around the valley, I think I was influenced, at least in like performance style, a little bit from the poetry of like Ani DeFranco. Some of her early albums, she has some spoken word on there that's pretty good. Maybe a little bit. It sounds cliche or cheesy, but maybe a little bit from Jim Morrison. And I don't know. That's what.
time to hesitate is
Hey, he had that American Prayer.
And then
One.
even just, and then others would be musically like music I grew up listening to. Oh, not grew up, but like from in my teenage years, like the English band James, Pearl Jam, the grunge, grunge era, and the English pop. So, yeah, I'd say that.
Jim Morrison and I share a birthday.
Do they?
Yeah.
Like the exact year?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
A
you're
little
not.
older.
I don't know. I couldn't think. I mean,
Died at 27, 1971 or
I
something?
what, 10?
Well, 71, I was 16, so.
Oh, okay.
I guess I have the same birthday as Gene
She's
Hackman
11 years
and Vanessa
older than
Redgrave.
Oh, wow.
Not year, obviously.
I have Richard.
Oh, and Kid Cudi
Oh.
for the younger crowd.
I have Richard Nixon, Bob Denver from Gilligan's Island, and Dave Matthews.
Oh, you know who else has the same birthday as me? Dick Cheney.
Oh my goodness!
We got Dick Nixon and Dick Cheney sitting in the room here with Jim Morrison.
Wow.
And next month on
Two
the
guys
Big
named
Cave
Dick and
podcast,
one guy who exposed himself in Florida.
Right. Which one is in hell, and which one?
Well, one of them's still alive,
Wow,
and I'm
okay.
sure he's headed there.
Oh.
Okay.
Poetry round.
Poetry round. You know what? Because somebody mentioned the Alamo Draft House, and by a remarkable coincidence, I have a new poem.
What?
Called the Alamo Draft House?
Not quite. It was.
Ruta Maya. That was the name of that coffee house.
Oh,
My
yeah.
God, you are amazing.
My memory just flashed.